I'm tripping balls, man. Everybody's just screaming and yelling.
Yeah.
And you have a spoon if you
Holy moly. Okay. So, like, usually people use a tablespoon. Right. My girl's using a ladle. All right. Holy. Oh.
You would light it, and you just see, like, this fireball like come out of your hand. Like, that was really cool.
Or
you would put it in your mouth. You put the... you put the big...
Entertain us, entertain you.
Entertain Us podcast, where we entertain us to
entertain you.
So welcome to our second episode. We're excited to be here, and thank you so much for those of you that watched our first episode. It means a lot to us.
And if you haven't, check it out in the link in the description below.
That's right. We'll link it below, and then that way you can watch it after you're done with this video, and you can stay up to date with all of our content. So welcome back. In today's episode, we're going to again talk about some headlines that we thought were interesting, and we'll share them with each other and then share them with you guys too at the same time. And we'll have a discussion about everything. And then after that, we will review some of the internet's latest challenges, and as well as some of the throwback ones. So if you've ever heard about some of these challenges and you're not sure what they are, we're going to dive into that today. So.
Yeah, we'll get into all of that stuff. We'll show like videos of each one.
Definitely.
If we can find them. We should be able to.
Yeah, and we'll always try to link them in the description below. So if you ever wanted to go back and rewatch them or go to the source and take a peek, you're more than welcome to.
So today's a special day.
Yes.
Probably wondering why me and Aisha are dressed like this.
Yeah.
Well, today's our anniversary.
That's right.
It's our second year anniversary.
Yeah, that's right. We've been married for 2 years.
2 years now.
Yeah, so
we've been dating for like 5 years.
Yes, yeah. We started dating in like 2019.
Mm-hmm.
We met at work, actually.
Yeah. It was the best thing that came from that job too.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I was the one that started hitting on Matt first.
And then she turned me down. I asked her out.
Yeah.
I was all depressed and everything. And she would come up to me and she'd be like, "What's wrong?" I'd be like,
yeah.
"What do you think?"
Yeah, and it used to break my heart just seeing how like let down he was. And after like 2 times, I was like, okay, maybe I should give this guy a chance. And he's been stuck to me ever since. So yeah, we celebrated our 2-year anniversary today. We went to a fancy restaurant to have some dinner, and that's why we kind of dressed up and dolled up. So yeah, and dinner was really good. We'll show you some pictures of this evening, like of ourselves and the meals that we ate. It was really delicious. We were pretty lucky because with my meal, I guess the cooks didn't cook it thoroughly, so the restaurant didn't charge us for my meal and our drinks. So
yeah, my beer was free. That was great.
Yeah, that's right. So we got to save a lot of money, and yeah, it was a great time. I really liked the dessert that we had.
It was like an ice cream, they cut it in a pie, and it had it was like a mocha with chocolate syrup on it, and there was it was almonds or something. That was sliced almonds or something like that.
Yeah,
That
it was toasted sliced almonds, and it was on this dark.
Sorry, that's our
crumble.
cat. Get up.
Sorry about that. We just had to adjust our camera because our kitty decided to jump up on the little stool or platform that we're using to set up our camera on.
We got a little bit of a setup change. Last time we had the sound and it was coming out of the computer, and a lot of the videos we weren't turning the volume down, so they were actually loud. So this time we got some headsets that me and Aisha each have in our ear, so that we can it won't bother you guys now. When we show the footage and that, you'll just hear the direct volume from the footage.
That's right. And hopefully it's easier on your ears that way, and it's easier for us to edit as well. It just makes everybody's life easier in general. So
on our first episode, we were going through a lot of problems. the first take, we did 2 takes. So the first take we had audio issues, and so we redid it.
Yes.
And then after we redid it, like you guys can hear like our dogs and that like running around. Sorry about that. Like, but
Sorry.
that's our animals like fighting and playing with each other.
Yeah.
And then when I went to I was using a program. It was a Microsoft Clipchamp to like, it's a new program that we were using. It was actually like, we thought it was free with our service because we have
Right.
Microsoft.
Yeah.
So I was using that, and at the end it wouldn't let me export the file. I guess it was saying I was like too big or something. So I had to like screen record that whole thing into Power Director. That's the one that we actually use.
Yeah.
And it wasn't turning out right. Like there was audio issues. I had to come back and cut it out because it was like muting our talking for some reason.
Yeah.
It was just one thing after another. So
Yeah. So,
I got the video out, and there's a couple of spots where it's like crackling. Like, sorry about that, but it does fix itself. Like after you're watching it, it's not your speakers or anything like that.
yeah. Hopefully this episode is a little bit better too, because we're going to be using Power Director to edit our video from start to
Yeah,
finish.
it's so much better.
Yeah.
It's a little more expensive, but it's totally worth it, especially for
Definitely.
big long videos like these podcasts.
Yeah, if you're using Microsoft Clipchamp, I've been reading online like since we've been having issues, and it seems like it's better for like short videos,
Yeah.
not like 2-hour long podcasts like ours. So just something to keep in mind for those of you interested in like video editing. Just so you're aware.
Yeah, there's so many features. Like it even has a screen recorder
Yeah.
like feature in it that we're using. And it's so much better than using the Microsoft one.
That's right. Yeah.
The Microsoft one had a little box that was on the front of the screen,
Yeah.
and then I wasn't able to click any of the links like on the screen behind or around that box area. So this time, like the whole screen is like open, and it's just so much better.
Yeah. So now we're going to dive into interesting headlines or things that we found were pretty interesting while browsing around social media and the internet in general.
Yeah, we just got a couple of topics that we want to talk about like real quick, and then like most of this episode is going to be us talking about the viral challenges.
Yeah. So first up, we have magic mushrooms are illegal, but we seem to be seeing stores pop up. We live in Ontario, and we were driving the other day, and we found like a magic mushroom shop.
Yeah, in our town. Like,
in our town. And I didn't know that was like legal or like a thing, but I guess it is. So we found this interesting article on globalnews.ca, and I'm just going to share that with you. So psilocybin or magic mushroom stores are popping up across Canada despite the drug being illegal. So a development that closely mirrors what happened with cannabis before its legalization, according to an expert. Now, stores with such names such as Shroomies and Fun Guys have opened in Toronto, Montreal, Ottawa, Winnipeg, Vancouver, and London, Ontario. Even in our own city in Ontario, we've seen it as well, and it's not on
yeah, I
this
think the
list.
store that we have in town is the Fun Guy one.
Oh, it
Fun
was
Guys?
Fun Guys?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So we have a Fun Guys in our city. So that's amongst other locations, and they sell the drug on its own by weight and in different strains, as well as in edibles, gummies, or chocolates. So psilocybin has a psychedelic effect on those who use it that some claim has therapeutic effects.
They usually microdose for the therapeutic effects.
Yeah, I've heard of microdosing. Like, I've met like 2 or 3 people in my life that have told me that they do microdose, and it's helped them tremendously.
Yeah, it does make you feel good.
Yeah,
If you take too much, though, it like gives you a bad.
you get a bad trip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not like a bad trip, but like your come down, like your we call it the.
I'd say coming down.
Yeah.
But I heard that it's really good with managing like depression and like anxiety and generalized anxiety. So I've heard good things about it from the people that I've spoken to, but it's certainly still a little bit controversial. Much like weed was before it was legalized, and it was very controversial too. And now like there's a dispensary on every block. So I don't know. I feel like someday it's going to be legalized, just like marijuana is. is, yeah.
I don't know how long it's going to take. It might be faster because since they have legalized marijuana, that
Yeah.
it should be a little bit more easier to do something like mushrooms too.
Yeah.
It's not like cocaine or anything.
Oh gosh, yeah, true.
Like it's
It's
another
not a controlled substance.
it's another natural resource that's not like what you call it like man-made.
So some raids have occurred, such as at the shop in Toronto in November and in Hamilton and Montreal in July, and arrests have been made. However, like mushrooms growing on fertile ground, more stores appear to be opening than they are being closed. Now, in a statement to Global News on August 31st, 2024, the Toronto Police Service said that when a report is made to them about an illegal dispensary, it's investigated, and then any decision to proceed with charges is based on the findings of that investigation. So that being said, in terms of priorities, though, enforcement by TPS is largely focused on the trafficking of illegal drugs that are resulting in overdose deaths and having a traumatic and devastating impact on our communities, the Toronto Police spokesperson said. So that's Toronto Police, TPS, Toronto Police spokesperson. So that's what they said. Basically, the long and the short of it is, because magic mushrooms aren't a substance that could necessarily cause like immediate death. It's not like a really addictive or
And they
like
mostly
dangerous
want to
substance.
go after people that are selling it to minors.
That's right.
Like usually minors, and since it's something that's like not that big of an issue, like to use like tax-paying dollars for the police to go investigate these things,
Yeah.
like most of the time they're just not going to do it.
It's not
'cause
worth it.
It's not part of their budget plan.
Yeah.
They loved it with marijuana because they were getting so much money for raiding people for marijuana.
Yeah. Now, an Ottawa-based lawyer named Eugene Oscapella, who specializes in drug policy, told Global News that police have discretion over what to pursue and what to leave, and may have more pressing issues to place their resources. So that's what Matt was just saying. There are huge issues out there, and the question is going after magic mushroom shops an effective use of police time? And in most cases it's not, unless, like Matt said, they're selling to minors, or they're selling strains that are like really deadly to people. In most cases with magic mushrooms, no, they're psychedelics. So
I really hope they legalize it soon because out of like any drug, it is my favorite one. I was just scared to do it because you just don't have like a really bad trip. But
yeah, I'm
like
scared.
when you have a good trip, it's so awesome.
Yeah.
Like there was one time I did it when I went to go visit my brother. Like one of my relatives' friends, they grew it, and I got really sick off of it. I think my brother did too. I just spent the whole time puking and everything was like spinning.
See,
It
I
was
don't want that.
Yeah, I know, but that's the thing though, because if you grow it wrong, then you're gonna have a bad experience with it. But if it's coming from a store or something, most likely like say like marijuana now, all that stuff's regulated, so it's all being cared for, like for the growing, and then it's gonna have like the perfect conditions to grow when you're doing magic mushrooms and that. So I would trust it more from like a reputable store than a shady
than just
store.
buying it off of some guy you don't know. Yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely.
because they're just trying to make a buck, and most likely they don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, so
Like
I don't know.
to do weed in that, I think you have to go to school. You got to get a license, and like I can't just go and do marijuana, like grow it in my house and then sell it. Like
No, it's illegal to do that. That's why there are dispensaries now. Like
Yeah.
you can still grow like plants for yourself to use,
Up
but
to
you
4.
can't sell.
up to 4 plants, which is cool.
Yeah. So some factors that may play a role in whether police take action, Oscapella noted, such as whether there are noise complaints, reports of selling to minors, or links between a store and organized crime, just like all the things we were
I
mentioning.
wonder what kind of
earlier.
noise complaints it would be. I'm tripping balls, man! Everybody's just screaming and yelling.
Yeah. Oscapella witnessed the movement to legalize cannabis and notices some similarities between cannabis then and psilocybin now. Much like cannabis, the presence of stores helps normalize psilocybin, Oscapella said, but does not depend on the mood of the specific place, he noted. Like cannabis, it's possible that bigger cities may be more accepting of magic mushrooms, whereas smaller jurisdictions may be more conservative. Oscapella pointed out that there was a much harder crackdown on cannabis in Thunder Bay, Ontario, compared with Ottawa and Vancouver. On that note, I remember when marijuana was like still illegal, people used to naysay it so badly, especially conservative folks. Like, it was like the end of the world if you even mentioned marijuana. But now it's like everybody's so meh about it, like they've accepted what it is, and it's not a harmful substance.
No, it's not. It's a plant.
Yeah. So we're definitely
like me and my brother were talking about this, and like what he said was, like, you got, like, say like Tylenol, like a bottle of Tylenol. You can have a kid take a bottle of Tylenol and eat all those pills, like take them all, and you'll die. Now, if you take like a big bag of weed and you smoke it all, you're just gonna go in the fridge and then raid the food and that. Like, that's the most that's gonna happen to you.
Yeah, that's right. It's not very likely to overdose on marijuana.
Yeah, even alcohol, like, you can overdose on that. You can get alcohol poisoning, and
at worst you're just going to be super baked and just pass out or go to sleep.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So anyways, this lawyer, Oscapella, says that while some may be opening dispensaries for commercial reasons, some are drug advocates who hope to push the issue forward and pressure public discussion, just like we're discussing it now. It's a similar tactic that was done with cannabis, which saw illegal dispensaries open long before it was legalized in October of 2018.
You know what sucked about that? Even when it got legalized, I still heard about raids.
Yeah. That's because people hadn't come around to it yet. Like, there's so many conservative folks.
Like, they passed the bill and everything, and then there was cops, like, still raiding. I think it was a money thing. Like, they just wanted the money. Because, like, between magic mushrooms and marijuana is the most that's going to sell.
Yeah, true. It's the most accessible, I guess.
Yeah, because you're only going to take, like, mushrooms, like, you only take a little bit of it, and you can be, like, high for, like, 6 hours, when marijuana, you gotta, like, keep taking it, especially if you're
used to it.
If you're used to it, yeah. Like, it's in, like, an hour dosage, pretty much, for people.
Oh, excuse me. Hiccups. All right.
So you want to stand up and show everybody your dress?
Oh, aw, Matt, he's being too sweet. Thank you.
She looks great.
So this is a dress that my mother-in-law got me. It shows off my baby hump. There you go. It's Marcus. He's 32 weeks now, so not much longer left until he's here with us. Oh, thanks, baby. That's really sweet. Yeah, I feel really pretty inside this dress, so thanks, Mom. I love you. Now let's talk about another article. This one is about magic levitation being the future. Magnetic levitation.
So I mentioned this in the other episode, like when I was talking about AI and that. Like, this is an article that I read. Like, it's been, like I just said in the other podcast, that it's been around for a while, but now they're making, like, breakthroughs in it.
Yeah, that's right. Now, in this article that Matt linked, and again, we'll link all of the videos that we're discussing in the description if you're curious and you want to look further into anything, more than welcome to. So in this article by Eco News, it says that Japan forgets about hydrogen and all existing fuels. The future is magnetic levitation and works like that. So this is the article here. Looks like a magnet.
I didn't get the article yet, but the next thing, well, I'll get it for next episode, but they have a rotary engine now that, like, doesn't use any combustibles or anything.
Yeah, but we'll get into that as we take a look at this article.
The future is coming.
When I was a kid, like, people would say that, like, oh, we're going to have, like, levitating cars by 2025, and I don't know, we're here and it feels like it's just not going to happen anytime soon. Like, the technology is developing, but it's
going to happen. It's just not in the time frame that they were saying.
No. So, in this article, it says that Japan is developing a strong hydrogen industry with brands such as Toyota taking the lead over Volkswagen and Tesla. However, they now have taken an unexpected turn by ignoring the fuel altogether and opening a new chapter in sustainable mobility. This is the new magnetic levitation engine that seems to be coming from the future and could spell the end of all fossil fuels. What's more, experts are talking about leaving behind electric vehicles, which seem to be the future. Now, real quick, do you think that as a world, we're going to eventually give up on fossil fuels altogether? Because
here's the thing. Yeah, we can in that, but it's a money thing. So it's the big companies that are going to try to keep it around.
Yeah.
I think that was the big thing with marijuana that we just talked about, because people wanted people to buy cigarettes and that, like.
That's right.
Or instead of vaping, like, actually, I should have said, like, there was a big fight between cigarettes and vaping.
Well, hydrogen is not the future, and Japan is clear. New engines will levitate instead of making any combustion whatsoever, because hydrogen does need to combust. So trying to overcome that altogether. So this innovation from Quantum Machines Unit, or OIST, shows what the future of automobiles could be like, departing from the typical engine, battery, or fuel systems, as well as non-conventional ICE systems. I don't know what ICE means.
Ice,
baby. So it looks like the working of this splendid engine is based on the principle of magnetic levitation, or maglev, as it has been termed. OIST team has designed a floating structure that can move in a vacuum environment with the help of graphite and magnets. The thing is, in a real world, we're not in a vacuum. So there's that to overcome.
No, and then the ground would have to be the graphite, right?
Yeah, there would have to be major infrastructure.
So they would have, it would only work on the roads, right?
The roads would have to be magnetic, and then like the vehicle would need to have graphite or something.
That would be graphite?
Yeah, or some sort of material that'll like conduct.
Yeah, so like that just sounds expensive. So.
Incredibly expensive, and no one's about to invest in that. I know the government sure isn't. Fossil fuels are much
they need
cheaper.
to come. I don't know if people have seen Back to the Future, when won't be Back to the Future 2, and Marty McFly was he had a skateboard with the magnets on it.
Yeah.
And the only thing you couldn't go on was water.
That's right.
But that's basically like what people think of levitation, but honestly you need to be on some kind of path that will make you levitate.
Yeah. Sorry, I saw a bug. So this platform can be anchored to balance without touching the ground or being supported by any machines. In essence, the structure can float. Graphite composition. So it's a thick square plate that was designed by the team to make a thin plate of 1 centimeter in size by chemically coating small graphite beads with silica, and the coated powder was infused with wax. Then they need a magnetic grid, which is placed above magnetic fields that are arranged in the form of a grid, thus enabling the plate to levitate steadily. So, I don't know. Already, this is getting way too complicated for me, because in a real world, imagine they're going to have to line up this magnetic grid in such a way that it's going to repel that graphite composite. Not only that, but in their testing, they're using a vacuum environment, and in the real world, there is no vacuum. Everything is exposed to the space around us. So.
Yeah, unless they do it in space.
Right. So in their particular test, it was used to reduce noises as much as possible, but I imagine this process to be very noisy in a non-vacuum environment. And then there is something called a feedback system, which is done with the help of a mirror, which is used to observe the upward/downward movement of the slab, and a feedback loop is provided to reduce the movement and provide stability. So for every reaction, there's an equal and opposite reaction as well. So think of it, if it's pushing like up, you need some sort of force to push it down in order to keep that level. So there are a few problems with this, of course, but we'll go over why it could be the end of all existing fuels today. First, power efficiency. It differs from the usual maglev systems, where the electricity supply is needed at all times. This engine requires only the starting power to create the magnetic field itself, so that's pretty cool. Then there's stability. So the high vacuum environment of the system and the feedback loop give the system excellent thermal stability, which is very important for measurement and control. But in the real world, it'll be difficult to achieve that.
See, I think it'll probably still workable. They're just using the vacuum, so there's no variables of gravity like interfering with their testing.
Yeah. There's that. And then there's sensitivity. So when sufficiently cooled, the levitating platform capabilities can be, therefore, better than the best atomic gravimeters that have been invented to date. So in the real world, though, you can't really control the weather, right? So that's one thing, one hurdle I could see them experiencing. And then scalability. How much can they scale this by? Right now, their testing devices are apparently small, but the technology can be expanded to vehicles, and it is technically feasible, but at what cost, right?
Because my big issue would be if they get it all up and running at, like in Canada, like we have a lot of snow in that come through here. Like, is it going to work over snow? And
oh, yeah.
So, like,
yeah,
this could be like a long time for they get all the wrinkles out of this.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. No, Matt, you make a good point. But yeah, there are 4 keys to understanding the relevance of this new engine. We're not going to go into it, but basically it's got a long way to go. It's pretty new still. Folks are still researching it, so it'll be interesting to see what comes of this in a couple of years' time. But go Japan!
Mm-hmm. Now we got another article that like everybody I know drinks like Diet Coke, and like since I was a kid, like my dad switched to Diet Coke, like diet products.
Yep.
And if you go in the fridge, that's all they have now. And like other people that I know, like they just swear by like, but this is about artificial sweeteners now. And
yeah, I personally don't like diet drinks. I don't know. I don't like the taste of the sweetener. Like ever since sweeteners came out when I was younger, like
I was
I've
drinking a
always been
Zero
wary of
for a
it.
little bit, but
yeah,
I'm out of it
even
now.
Zero's got like that aspartame stuff
Yeah.
in it. So I remember when sweeteners first came out, like there was a big controversy around it. Like people didn't know if they should trust it or not. I always erred on the side of like not trusting it / not liking it. Therefore, I don't really drink much diet stuff unless I'm desperate and there's nothing around, in which case I will. But this article from Medical News Today, it says a popular low-calorie sweetener may raise the risk of blood clotting. And this was published August 13th, 2024, so earlier this month. And in this picture here, it says that scientists have linked erythritol to an increased risk of blood clotting. That is what one person is saying. Oh no, my dress got caught.
On what?
On my dress. Or on my dress.
Your dress got caught in your dress?
Yeah. No, on my bracelet. I'm just going to take it off. I don't want to ruin my pretty dress. My mom got it for me. Okay. So sugar substitutes have been around since 1879. Wow. Okay, so maybe they didn't come out when I was a kid, but like I was aware of them as a kid. One of the latest types of sugar substitutes are sugar alcohols, such as erythritol. Previous research has linked erythritol to cardiovascular issues such as heart attack and stroke. Researchers have now found that erythritol may increase a person's risk of blood clots. So since the invention of the very first sugar substitute, saccharin, in 1879, scientists have been continuing to look for ways to create the sweet taste of sugar without the calories it has. Recently, sugar alcohols have become a common sugar replacement. Sugar alcohols tend to be slightly less sweet or equally as sweet as natural sugar, allowing them to seamlessly replace sugar in some foods altogether. So one commonly used sugar alcohol is called erythritol, a sugar alcohol naturally found in certain fruits and vegetables and is commercially made through the fermentation of simple sugar called dextrose found in corn. I have a question, and I'm going to search this right now. What is erythritol Used in food. Let's see.
Like, is it in like Diet Coke and stuff?
Yeah. So apparently it's in sugar-free varieties of like ice cream, candy, gum, cookies, cakes, protein bars, fruit spreads. What else? What else? Other sugar alcohols that are related are like xylitol, sorbitol, maltitol, mannitol, isomalt, lactitol. Anytime you hear "all" at the end of a word, it's a good hint that it's a sugar alcohol. So, aspartame, like they're all derived from.
Because I think aspartame's the one that's in like Diet Coke and that, isn't it? Is that the one that's in?
Let's ask. Let's look into it. Okay, so some familiar items that contain erythritol include Truvia, so that's like a sweetener, Splenda, vitamin water, like vitamin water zero, and Halo Top ice cream, according to Google.
Never heard of it.
But any chewing gum, jelly, chocolate, hard candy, ice cream, yogurt, diet drink, or flavored water
diet
could
drink.
contain this ingredient as well. So maybe when you're shopping next time you're in the store, you could keep an eye on those ingredients and make sure you're avoiding ones with erythritol.
So my thing is, like, no one's gonna look at something and be like, okay, I'm gonna look at the label. I think some people do, but
that too, right?
I don't even look at the price. I just like grab it.
Yeah, I think we've become a little bit complacent with our shopping habits, just going for that convenience rather than thinking about like the consequences of it later on.
Most people look for calories or something.
Yeah. Jumping back into this article here, it says that recently sugar alcohols have become a common sugar replacement. So sugar alcohols tend to be slightly less sweet or equally as sweet as natural sugar, allowing them to seamlessly replace sugar in some foods. So I think I read that part. One common sugar alcohol is erythritol. We've been talking about this. Previous research has linked erythritol to an increased risk for cardiovascular issues, such as a study published in March 2023 that found an association between erythritol use and an increased risk for major cardiovascular events, which include heart attack and stroke. Now, our earlier studies with erythritol, and this is a quote from, let's see.
Stanley L. Hazen?
Stanley L. Hazen. He's an MD, PhD, chair of cardiovascular and metabolic sciences of Lerner Research Institute. So he's an educated guy. He says, our earlier studies with erythritol showed in large-scale clinical observation studies that elevated blood erythritol levels were associated with incident risk of myocardial infarction, stroke, and death. So myocardial infarction is a heart attack. That's really interesting. Yeah. Kind of makes me happy that, like, we don't really drink a lot of diet products.
Yeah. So I have to be careful. I'm getting to the age now where my cholesterol is, like, becoming an issue. And
yeah. That's just
I think a little bit of it was due to my medication, but it also comes with your age and that, too.
Yeah,
so
your metabolism slows down.
if the doctor's saying if I don't get better by, like, next year, that I'm going to have to start taking, like, medication for it.
Hopefully that's not the case.
Yeah, because my dad, he had to take medication when he was younger. For he's still taking it now. For Lipitor or whatever.
Yeah. So this doctor continues to say that both animal and blood-based studies indicated that the prothrombotic effect with erythritol could explain the underlying mechanism. Now, Hazen and his colleagues have continued their erythritol research with a new study recently published in the Journal of Arteriosclerosis, Thrombosis, and Vascular Biology. And in the last section when I said that both animal and blood-based studies indicated that a prothrombotic effect could explain the underlying mechanism, what prothrombotic effect means is it promotes clotting, basically, within your blood vessels. So that's what a prothrombotic effect is, thrombosis. Why do I know this stuff? I studied biology. Yeah.
And she was going to be a doctor.
Okay, so I joke and say that I'm a failed doctor. So yeah.
Not a failed doctor.
I didn't.
It's complicated.
Fail. It's complicated. I left on my own. But anyways, Dr. Hazen says that erythritol may also increase a person's risk of blood clots. So which when formed inside a blood vessel can restrict the movement of blood and oxygen around the body. According to this, erythritol consumption raises blood levels by more than 1,000 times. So for this study, Hazen and his team recruited 20 healthy volunteers that are non-smokers without any cardiovascular disease and no medical history of any bleeding disorders. 10 of the volunteers received water mixed with 30 grams of glucose, while the other 10 were given water mixed with 30 grams of erythritol. The amount of erythritol used is precisely what often is included and consumed in processed foods and artificially sweetened beverages. Hazen, who is the senior and corresponding author of this study, told Medical News Today. He says, we directly tested in humans the effect of erythritol ingestion, comparing before versus after ingestion in each subject. We also directly tested the effect of head-to-head comparison with a sugar-sweetened drink to see if glucose caused the same effect. Upon analysis, researchers found participants who received erythritol experienced an increase in their blood erythritol levels by more than 1,000 times. So, all in all, it's linked to a significant increase in blood clot risk. So, consuming erythritol. The researchers also discovered that study participants showed a significant increase in their blood platelet activity after ingesting erythritol. So platelets are what promote blood clotting, raising the risk for blood clot formation. However, no change was found in the participants who consumed glucose. This is why I prefer glucose.
So for me, for someone like me, what's glucose?
Glucose is a sugar. It is...
So it's a regular sugar?
Yeah. So it's like a naturally found or occurring sugar in life.
Like, would it be granulated, like white sugar?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's glucose sugar. Yeah.
See, there was a big thing where people were going glucose-free, so that's what they were talking about. They were going for conventional sugar-free. Yeah,
and that's all in the name of saving calories, because glucose does have a lot of sugar. And a lot of the products that we eat and we ingest, it does have glucose. So there's that. What does Dr. Hazen say? He continues to say that in a small group, so in a small group of healthy volunteers, we show ingesting erythritol made platelets more hyperresponsive. That is, they show more robust degree of activation to a submaximal stimulus, which can raise the risk of blood clots. So he explains that every subject, for every measurement made at every dose level, showed an increase in clotting potential after drinking erythritol, in stark contrast to drinking glucose, which no change was observed for that in the participants after consuming the same amount of glucose. So what's the significance of all of this? The subjects most likely to ingest sugar substitute are also often the ones more at risk for experiencing a heart attack or stroke. Hear that, Dad? Stop drinking that diet. So rather than reaching for what one hopes to be a healthy alternative, paradoxically, ingesting an erythritol-sweetened food or beverage may increase a person's risk. So might want to consider switching to regular Coke.
Yeah, because there's people that drink the iced tea is they'll have everything that they consume is all diet. Get diet iced tea, you can get diet ginger ale, diet pop, diet. I'm not sure if Crush has diet now, but
I wouldn't be surprised.
But everybody's all into the artificial sweeteners now.
Yeah, but after reading this study, it kind of makes me go ha! I knew it. I don't know. Even though there wasn't any solid evidence back then, I just feel like this kind of makes me feel a little bit better about not liking diet as much.
Mhm.
I don't like the taste. I don't see it. I don't like the appeal.
Yeah, over like regular Coke. Oh my god, I just love cracking out and then it like burning my throat. Like it's so delicious.
Yeah. So, let's see. This is a different doctor. Their name is Yu Ming Ni, MD, a board-certified cardiologist and lipidologist at Memorial Care Heart and Vascular Institute at Orange Coast Medical Center in Fountain Valley, California, told Medical News Today, while this is a small study, it definitely suggests some basis for a relationship between erythritol and blood clots, which makes him concerned. He says, I think it goes back to all the other sugar substitutes that have been invented over the years that have had their own issues, especially concerning with cancer. Whoa, I didn't even, that was, okay, I'm just reading that now and that shocked me. Concerns with worsening blood sugar control because of the extreme sweetness of these artificial sweeteners, Ni continued. So you do ask yourself whether just actually using sugar is better or just limiting its amount. And I think just limiting its amount is the answer here. Don't trust sweeteners. For me, personally. You can take that with a grain of salt. You're welcome to do your own research, but this article just kind of hits it home for me that, like, diet isn't the answer. Yeah. Let's see here. I'm just going to skip in the article. So, is there a healthy sugar substitute? Medical News Today, so this website, also spoke with Monique Richard, who is an MS, RDN, and LDN, a registered dietitian, nutritionist, and owner of Nutrition Insight, who said that this study contributes to the growing concern she has in general related to artificial, also known as non-nutritive sweeteners, sugar alcohols, and substitutes.
I think in summary, this whole thing just says, like what you said, that just minimize your sugar intake.
Yeah.
I don't think there is actually a substitute for, like, read on.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure that they just say, like...
So, she says her biggest quote in this article is, it's important to understand that demonizing sugar and broadly categorizing it as toxic or to avoid all costs is typically not helpful, sustainable, or necessary. However, it is critical that we educate and advocate that individuals understand what healthy sugar intake may look like or alternatives that may be appropriate and what may mean or look like for them. That is to say, use at your own discretion, be mindful, try to go for more natural alternatives like honey, maple syrup, coconut or date sugar, raw sugar, fruit, jams, jellies, or chutneys. I don't know what a chutney is.
let's look it up.
Chutney. What is chutney?
I gotta sneeze.
I don't know if this is what it's supposed to be. Chutney is a spread typically associated with cuisines of the Indian subcontinent. Chutneys are made in a wide variety of forms.
Here it
such as
says
tomato relish.
chopped fruit cooked with vinegar, spices, and sometimes sugar.
Oh, okay, all right. There you go. That's a better definition than what I found. Okay, I learned something new today. Apparently, let's see, stevia and monk fruit are also non-nutritive, calorie-free sweetener options as well. So natural or minimally refined sugars should still be consumed in small amounts and as part of a healthy diet.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think of this article? I feel like I did a lot of talking there.
Yeah, I think it's like I've never liked artificial sweeteners, and I never really thought that like they were bad. I just didn't like the taste of them. Like I would rather drink like this is ice water, like ice water or ginger ale. Ginger ale's like they even have like diet ginger ale, but it's like ginger ale's like a third of the sugar intake and like regular Coke in that. So I just why not just drink it straight? Like why get the artificial sweetener?
True. Yeah. No, I agree with you for sure. That's why I prefer to opt for like the more like natural sugars. I feel like I can trust myself enough to limit my sugar intake. You know what I mean? It's not like I'm drinking like 3-4 cans of Coke a day. Although I used to.
Like I used to drink juice a lot, and then like juice has all got sugar in it. So I was going for the vitamin water for a little bit, and then I stopped drinking that. It's just just drink regular water and Gatorade. Not Gatorade, but yeah, Gatorade's good too.
Yeah.
You can drink Gatorade and
Got them electrolytes in it for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah.
stay away from Prime.
Yeah, don't drink Prime. That stuff's like, it's
That's
just
sugar.
sugar. It's just sugar. Yeah.
And he's crazy, Logan Paul and shit.
Yeah, but
We
it's
get an
not our
episode of
place.
him.
Yeah. I don't know if we want to even touch that with a
Nope.
10-foot pole. Nope. Next section or next bit that we want to talk about with you guys are viral challenges. So I am
Actually,
sure...
let's go on. It's been past a half hour. Let's go on to our sponsors now.
Oh my gosh, yes, let's talk about our sponsors. So our first sponsor today, we're going to switch it up, is Ontario Soaps. So we'll link that down below here.
So I'll show you guys the website. So to go to Ontario Soaps, you guys are going to write Ontario Soaps.square.site, and it's going to bring you to my page. So this is a more user-friendly like site, and you got your tabs up here, and if you guys want to look at return policy or store policy or terms and conditions, like it's all there. And sorts of our featured items. I haven't finished these yet, but these are awesome. Like I can't wait till
What
these
is
are
that?
done. This is called the Horizon Accent Jar. And it's just like a little piece of coastal, like beach you want to have decorate like for your house or something. I got different colors. There's like 5 different colors.
Yeah.
And the wood's all stained and treated. I do the wood myself, and these little wood pieces inside, like I do that. And what's cool about this is I did the rocks, and I got white rocks. We got shells and driftwood. And what's cool about it is if like even if you shake it in that, like it keeps like everything like level. Like you got your sand stays on the bottom, your white rocks comes on top, and then the shells and that stay on top. So it's really cool. Like you can, I mean, if you get it like in the shipment and you get it to your house, you guys just shake it to where you want everything, and then just display it like on your
fireplace,
table, your fireplace.
TV stand, nightstand.
It's a nice accent jar.
Yeah, along your kitchen windowsill if you want a little bit of the beach with you wherever you go.
And we got the soap trays.
Yep, soap trays are ones.
So these are for sale. These I've done. So you got your stained one, and then you got your regular wood one. Now what's cool about these is like even the regular wood one, and the stained one, like the stained one's stained, and then I have a top coat, like a clear coat to protect it. So I did that with the plain one. Like I got a clear coat on it, so it'll help it with elements and easier to clean it once you get like soap residue on it. Like it won't, it shouldn't get moldy on you or anything.
Yeah.
Show you a few pictures of these.
With some of our soaps in front of it, yeah. And it helps keep the soap bar dry because you don't want your soap to be sitting in a pool of water and then getting all gooey. Which always seems to happen to me with like my dollar store soap trays. Like they're always over soaked and they get super like squishy, and I feel like I'm just wasting soap at that point.
Then we got the shampoo bar. This is our favorite bar.
Yes.
So I got different scents, but right now I just got bamboo and teak. The thing is, like I'm trying to do a different scent for everything, but I'm running out of space, and it's a lot of soap.
Yeah.
Like each box of soap that I make is like 12 bars of soap.
Yep.
So once we start getting some sales, and I can make more space, and then every time I make a sale, like it goes back into the business. So if you guys want more products and scents and that, just keep buying, and I'll keep making.
And make suggestions too if you want us to make something.
Like I don't want to make everything and then just sit on the shelf and go bad, because at some point I'm gonna have to throw them out or use them and give them away.
That's right. And our shampoo bar starts at $7.50, and that's Canadian. So if you were to convert that to US, it would be a little bit cheaper than that, obviously. But that is our price for our bamboo and teak. We also have the lavender, which is out of stock right now, so that's the only one available.
And the sandalwood.
And the sandalwood, that's right.
So if you guys just want like a hand soap bar, then we got the hand bar. So I'm gonna be making a batch next, But right now we have some unscented, but then we're gonna have the scented varieties. So I don't know which one you guys would like first, but if you guys want to tell me in the description. But bamboo and teak is our favorite, and I think would be our most widely favorite.
I think so too.
We got lavender and sandalwood. Right now I got sandalwood in, because this one's only, what's cool about this is you guys get the half bars too.
Yeah.
So this is a half bar. So it's showing the full bar here, but really you just begin half. So it's 225 to 250.
That's depending on the fragrance you pick too.
And
that's cheaper than the soap you could buy at the dollar store.
So you guys go to the shop, and then I got all my items here. You got co-process, so if you want to click on the co-process soap, we'll have 2 sections. So you'll have, and even the limited edition co-process soap bars. So if you want a half bar, these are all your half bars.
And it's literally half of the bar.
Yeah. Like, just try it out. Then you got the full bars. So we got 4 bars left of unscented. I'm gonna making some more batches, probably with the bamboo and teak. It's probably the one I'm gonna do next.
The unscented one is really good for like folks that are sensitive to like smells and like dyes or anything like that. It's very cleansing, and like some of our family members, like it's their favorite bar. So
yeah, they swear by it.
Yeah.
My dad, he uses it for his whole body, like when he washes.
And he loves it. So feel free to give it a try. It's again, the pricing is really.
So if you guys want to just try them out, like say like the shampoo bar is only $3.75, and then we got this one's like my favorite. It's the pumice bar. It's another one of my favorites.
So this is the half bar that he's showing you.
Yeah. So this one's like I don't know if people know about Gojo. Like Gojo's got like pumice in it, and it's a liquid one. But this is a bar form of it, and what I have extra in it is it got pumice and the finely grounded oatmeal chunks, and it really like cleans your hands, especially if you're like a mechanic or doing gardening or something like that. Like it really cleans your hand good.
What I love about it is it's got like this orange creamsicle kind of smell to it, and it almost smells like after you use it like a little bit like a Dove bar too. So it's got like that nice like cleansing after smell to it, and it's not like overwhelming or sickly sweet or anything like that.
And I got coconut oil, organic shea butter, we got olive oil, castor oil, lard, canola oil, got a rosemary leaf extract, the pumice, and finely ground oatmeal chunks. So like it's not like a regular like Gojo, like when you use it and your hands are kind of like dry, like this stuff, you use it and your hand feels really nice and soft. Like I got a bar like in the bathroom, and I've been using it for like a month or two. Like if you're using it for your hands, it's gonna last you a long time.
That's right. Now let's see. So that is it for our soaps. We do have some from our that we call like our limited edition ones.
Yeah, like a charcoal facial bar, and I'll make those again, but
peaches and cream.
Peaches and cream.
Scented. Yeah. So it's meant to be like a cleansing bar.
Yeah, made for your face. You can even do it in the bath, like when you're taking a shower.
Yep.
Because
like it detoxifies. Like
antioxidant for your oils and that, and your skin.
And so what he was saying earlier is it has activated charcoal powder in it, and that's what gives it its black color. And this one's $7.50 Canadian. And
that's a full bar, and you can get half bars too.
Yep.
Which is half the price of that.
And it's limited quantity for now, so once they're out, we likely won't be making them for a while. So get yours while supplies last. Now we'll go back to the soap section. Now we have another section called cosmetics, but really we're going to change this.
Yeah, we're changing that.
Body care.
We decided not to call them cosmetics anymore. We'll just call it like body care products.
Yep. And we offer the current variety that you're seeing on screen. So we've got our lip balm for $2.50 with just 4 simple ingredients. We have our body oil, which is amazing, and I can't speak highly enough about. I use this almost every day to help like with my pregnancy belly and helping, cut down on those stretch marks, and also has like a nice like not sickly sweet, like a mild scent to it. So right now I'm using Sunlit Vanilla, but I've also used Midnight Lavender before too, and I love that one just as much. And like with the oil, it's not like over oily or sticky or anything. When you use just the right amount, like it absorbs right into your skin, and it won't be tacky, and it won't like bother you. Like it won't make you feel dirty, if that makes sense. It won't clog up your pores. So,
and to get best results, like you should be using it like straight out of the shower. Like as soon as you get out of the shower, you dry yourself off, put that on.
So 1 bottle of body oil, which is a 5-ounce bottle, you can get that for $20 Canadian. And some key ingredients in there are fractionated cocoa oil, jojoba golden organic oil, almond sweet oil, grapeseed oil, apricot kernel oil, vitamin E, and rosemary leaf extract. So I cannot recommend this one highly enough. So this one and the shampoo bar are my absolute favorite that Matt makes. Going back to the cosmetics, just to tell you guys about the other ones, we have body butter, which would be used with the body oil. So after you put on the oil, you would put on the body butter. And then he also makes his beard oil and beard balm. So feel free to come to our website and check out those goods and body care products, and
I got
see which ones you want to give a try.
Got some beard oil and beard balm on me today. It's really soft.
And it's not like tacky.
I even use it like the beard balm, and like I'll use it for my hair too instead of using like gel. Like it's a good way to style your hair too.
Yeah, and it's not like tacky or like greasy, or like even if I like were to like smooch Matt, like it won't like get all over me, which I appreciate a lot.
Your hairs are just gonna absorb it. Absorb that niceness.
Like sitting here, like all I see is like this nice healthy shine in his beard, and I can run my fingers
it doesn't look
through
greasy.
it. So on our website we labeled it as cosmetics, but I think Matt is going to change that to say body care soon. And then there's the decorations, which you've already seen. He's got those horizon accent jars, and then he's got his soap trays. So
I'm gonna be working on the horizontal accent jars like pretty soon. Just right now, like I hurt my foot, and then I didn't want to do most of my work like just on the computer and that, like getting this podcast out and everything.
Yeah.
And I should be starting the job soon, because I might have got this job. Like they're gonna be calling me tomorrow about it. So that's a good sign when they call you instead of like sending an email like thanks for trying. But you want to call me and talk to me, so I have a really good feeling about it.
I knew you'd get it, baby. You're such a great worker. Like that's what I loved about you. That's what I love about
11 years at my other place.
Yeah.
And then I wasn't getting anywhere, so I needed. As soon as I found out we were having a child and that, I just wanted to do better for us.
Yeah. So sweet.
I was always complaining when I got off work, and I don't want to do that when Mark's around. I don't want him to learn about that.
Yeah. So if you want to check out Matt's website, feel free to visit ontariosoaps.square.site and come check us out. Give us a try and let us know what you think. So we'd love to have you, and thank you.
And use the code down here to get your guys % off on your first order.
Yeah. Use the code down in the description below, and we'll also put it on screen here. When you shop with us and enter that into your checkout, you'll be able to get a discount on your first order. So I think that's pretty cool, and take advantage of it while it lasts.
Okay, so now let's get on to GetnGiveCrafts.
Oh yeah. Now since the last episode, I actually did finish updating the website, and I am opening that right now. So my website now is called GetnGiveCrafts.square.site. And if you can't tell, we both use Square to develop our website.
Square's great, because Square, like I use it on my phone, like if you make a purchase, like you can just take someone's credit card and put it on the back of your phone, and it'll automatically like do the transaction. Like it's really cool.
Yeah.
So I was using it with Wix, and then Wix was really expensive, and we didn't want to keep paying for the website. So it's nice to know that Square has a free website thing. If I knew that back in the day, like I don't know if it's a new thing, I would have used that at the beginning.
Yeah, but it's okay. It's I think we learned a lot from trying to build our own website, and clearly it was too big of a beast, and it's a little costly, and we have to be really realistic. Like with our businesses, especially because we're just starting out. We're just little guys, so until we get more traction and folks are interested and are willing to give us a shot, like, I think this is a great alternative. So my website is GetnGiveCrafts.square.site. Please feel free to come aboard and check it out. It's live, it's published now, so everybody can access it. It is the home of hand-painted portraits and home decor. So my motto, or like my slogan, is treat yourself or gift to someone special today. So I want to make things that are simple, affordable, and memorable.
Yeah, because a real great gift is like we've been like this dog on the screen here.
Yeah.
Someone like that they knew like lost their animal.
Yeah.
So it's a great gift to get someone to get her to just get a nice picture of the animal or something that someone's lost, and she'll make a nice great picture of it, and that's a great gift to give somebody.
That's right.
It's very meaningful.
Yeah, it's a really meaningful gift. And the story behind Chamako, so that's the painting that you're looking at right now, he was a dearly beloved pet that passed away too soon. But he was a very good boy, and in Spanish his name means little boy. So he, like, once I painted him, like, the owner took him all the way to Mexico and gifted him, like, to her parents. So that was really sweet and, like, touching to hear her feedback. So she gave me a little bit of a recommendation and left an awesome review, so I added that to the product page itself. So here are some other paintings that I have painted in the past. So this is a portrait of a home that's near us. Somebody asked that I paint this for them, and that's exactly what I did. This one actually took me like over a year to paint, and that was simply because, like, I was doing it on my free time on weekends.
This was her first painting.
This was my first painting.
For a commission. And what happened?
Oh, so the person that asked me to paint this for them, they didn't want to pay me at the end of it.
No. They said that she could take as long as she want, and then the guy sold his house to that, and then by the time she was done, the guy said that he still wanted it, and he was like telling us like, yeah, like he'll pay for it and everything, and then he just ghosted her. Yeah,
he ghosted me, and then afterwards he's like, sorry, no hard feelings, you know, it's in the past now.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, well, okay.
So now what we want to do is, because there's new owners that bought this house, so we actually want to go, we were trying to talk to a realtor, and she said like the best thing to do would be to like bring the painting to the house and then like to show them in person.
Yeah.
Be like, we painted this for another person who owned this house. We're just wondering if you guys want to buy this for your house.
Yeah, so
like we still have to do that, but
still have to do that. I don't know, I'm a little bit shy, so we'll see if I ever do that. But this painting on screen is also another one that I was commissioned to paint. I've got a review, like a customer testimonial on my website about this one too. And this was my very first commission by Matt. That's the one that's actually hung right up there. So that's the fox painting. And
I'll show you guys again. It's such a good painting.
Thank you.
The fire and everything.
So with my hand painted portraits, like, the price does vary. Like, there is a range depending on the size that you want to get, and I do have a variety of different sizes just based on the inventory that I have.
So that one is the 5x7. That's the smallest one.
Yeah, that's my smallest one, and it goes for $52.50, and that's before tax. So yeah, if there's ever like a size that like you were interested in that's not on my list, just send me an email at GetnGiveCrafts.
This is what we have right now, so just don't be afraid to like give us a message, and yeah, like that's what she does. Like, you're not just gonna buy a painting and then it's like you're not gonna hear from us or anything. Like, we'll talk to you through the step of the way. We'll show you it, and you guys get your feedback, or if you guys change your mind about like something you want added or something like that. Like, we're very open for that.
Yeah, and I'm always willing to work with you. Like with my last few customers, I gave them like a weekly update, or like maybe twice a week sometimes, like just depending on like any major updates that I wanted to personally give. But I'm more than happy to bring your imagination to life and create memorable moments for you. So another product that I have on my site is a custom photo, again hand painted, but this one comes with a little easel.
So that would be the one with the dragonfly. That's
Yeah.
where that one came from.
Yeah, that's where that order came from, and I have that picture here as well. So this is this order. So someone bought the custom hand painted portrait plus the easel for $60, and I was able to turn this around within 3 weeks.
Do you have another picture of the easel?
I do, yeah. So this is
Well, the
easel.
painted one. Did you take another picture of the painted?
I think that's all I took.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I can paint the easel whatever color you want me to paint
Yeah.
it, or just leave it plain as well. So again, I love painting and making little decorations. So another one that I'm really proud of. I don't know why, it's like I'm really proud of this one.
Yeah, get it soon because this is for Christmas.
Yeah, so I make handmade holiday ornaments, and my favorite ones to make are like ones of like cartoony little light bulbs, and I think it looks really classy and like kind of old-timey on a tree, and here's a picture of that on our Christmas tree at home. So just hang them all over, and it looks like you're hanging little lights on your tree everywhere. Every slice is different, so not every slice is going to look the same, and I like that because it's a little
Yeah,
bit
because
like
they're
a
all hand
snowflake.
painted.
Exactly, and they're all hand painted. If there was anything custom that you wanted me to do, just send me an email. Like if you want me to paint like a miniature portrait on a slice, and you wanted to gift that
So
for yourself.
these ones don't have a background, but if you want to have like a background color, like let us know, and well, we'll pop a couple up for you.
That's right. Let's see if I've got any other items.
So in case you guys haven't noticed that like this website, like GetnGiveCrafts, and that was all inspired by Christmas because that's our favorite time of the year.
Yeah, I love Christmas. It's my favorite holiday. I don't know, just growing up, like it's a season where like people are like most joyous, most giving, and like I would always like be in my school choir, and we would go to like different old age homes and centers, and we would sing like Christmas carols, and it always my best memories came from around Christmas time. So that's why my shop has a bit of a Christmassy theme to it, or did in the beginning. It was really Christmassy.
That's where like our like treat yourself or get someone special.
Yeah, exactly.
Christmas Day.
Yeah. Some other things that I offer on my website are digital paintings. So the one that you're seeing here.
So this is our Baxter. This is our Chihuahua, Aisha's Chihuahua.
You saw him in the last episode. He's my little guy. He'll be turning 6 at the end of this week. But this is a digital portrait that I made from a photo reference that I had. And
yeah, so this whole thing is digital.
Yep. I made it on a tablet using a drawing program. And the prices vary for this one from $94.95 up to $119.55. And the reason for that is because I also provide digital file or printed options. So if you wanted a digital plus print, that's why there's that price range there. So feel free to check it out. And like with this drawing, I posted like this being made on my YouTube channel too at GetnGiveCrafts. You'll be able to see me drawing it in real time, but like hyperlapsed, so it goes along very quickly.
Yeah, so you're not waiting days.
Yeah.
To be done.
But I'm very proud of this one, and I'm working on another one of a portrait of Matt and I. That one's coming along. Like I'm not trying to rush anything. I really like to just take my time and let it come to me as it happens. So when I'm inspired enough, I'll get back to it. There's just so much going on. And then lastly, I have like my own custom paintings and portraits. So I have one oil painting right now. It's called Cascade of Colors, and you can see the price posted there on that one. It is an oil painting, and I believe it's on an 18 by 24 inch canvas, so that's one of my larger ones. Then I have a this one was like a Valentine's themed painting. It's called Madonna, and it's an acrylic painting.
And what's unique about this one?
Yep. Is I used fluorescent paint with it, so when you
not just that though.
What?
This ain't one big canvas. This is little canvases that are put together.
Yeah. So I took little 3x3 canvases and I literally like stapled them together to make one big canvas, and then I painted like the layers that you see here. So there's like the little candy hearts, and then overlaying that you've got like a figure of like a woman there. So with like that fluorescent paint too, when you shine like a black light on it, like it'll highlight different features of like the girl.
Do you have a picture of that?
Not the fluorescent one. I'll have to add that and show you guys next time, or maybe I can make it pop up here in our video just so you guys can see what that looks like. But I posted a video about this to our Instagram and I thought it turned out pretty cool. And then another painting I've got is called Resilience Amidst Shadows, and this one was just like an abstract painting that I felt with a lot of emotion, I would say. So this is my personal art. Feel free to come and check it out.
Click on it to make it a little bigger.
Yeah, sure. If you're interested in buying any of my art pieces, feel free to come to my website and check it out. With these types of orders, like I'll confirm your order within 1 to 2
So there's a story to
business
this
days.
one.
There is a story to this one, but I'm not ready to go into it.
No, let's just give them. So the story, I'll just give you guys a brief story.
Sure.
Like, she's all colored and everything, and everybody with the white hands are trying to steal her beauty, like her color.
I'm just
So
trying to steal her color. Yeah. Yeah. The hands that are colorless in life, you know, just trying to take. I feel like a lot of people in my life just try to take and take and take. So this was me painting those feelings out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And that's it for my website. It's pretty simple, pretty easy to navigate. I've got like my gallery with all of my paintings and pictures in there. Got my links to my socials. There is a video that you can watch on my page as well. I'm just going to refresh. I don't know what happened here. But, oh, okay. I'm going to have to fix this post edit. I should remember to fix this post edit. Yeah. Okay. And then of course I've got those testimonials that I was telling you about. So Matt was the one who left me my first review. And then I got that painting of Chihuahua, so that dog. And then I got another commission later of that pond with the dragonfly. So these are my 3 reviews, and I absolutely cherish them, and I'm really, really appreciative. So if any of you are interested in buying my artwork or commissioning me to make your own memorable moments, please feel free to visit my website at GetnGiveCrafts.squared.site and check it out. And remember, if you ever have any custom requests, feel free to send me an email at GetnGiveCrafts@gmail.com. So yeah, thanks for
guys.
listening.
So now we're going to get into our viral challenges.
Mm-hmm.
This is the main segment of our show today.
Yeah, so what are viral challenges? So viral challenges are a prominent feature of social media culture, and it is driving widespread participation and engagement from people all over the world. Some of you may have heard of these challenges, some of you might not even know what they are.
I think the main one that everyone knows is the Ice Bucket Challenge.
Ice Bucket Challenge is a really popular one, yeah. We're going to go through a couple today, and some of them you might know and some of them you might not know. I know just looking at this list here, I haven't heard of some of them, so it'll be interesting to look into them together with you guys, and we'll learn something today.
Mm-hmm.
They are a dynamic aspect of social media, and it fosters a lot of creativity and influences a lot of trends and like cultural conversations amongst people. It also brings people together too, so yeah. So so like the concept and like the spread of a viral challenge, it typically starts with like a simple, engaging task or theme that encourages other users to participate and share their own attempts at that challenge. So these challenges can range from dance routines and creative stunts to charitable acts or humorous feats. They often spread rapidly due to their appeal and the ease of participation. So you could participate using like your TikTok account or like, you know, Snapchat or Instagram or Facebook, even YouTube Shorts. Like there's a lot of avenues out there where you can participate in these challenges. So we're going to go through a couple today, and some of them, again, you've heard of, some of them you have not. So just to touch on the potential downside real quick before we get into them, is while viral challenges can be fun and engaging, they can also have downsides and be very dangerous. So some challenges may encourage risky or unsafe behavior, leading to potential harm. Additionally, the pressure to participate or create viral content can sometimes lead to like negative social comparisons or stress. I know, speaking for myself, I can certainly say that I have felt that stress before, like just being on social media and like feeling like I should be participating in trends, but then I don't, and then it's like this existential crisis. It's interesting. So the first challenge that we're going to look at is called the Glow Up Challenge. Now,
So I guess these are like the ones that are in 2024 right now.
yes. And Matt, do you want to read what the first one's about, and then I'll look
So
into it?
this one's showcasing personal transformation and self-improvement. This challenge features before and after comparisons, often involving beauty and or fitness challenges. So basically, like someone with a gut or something like that. Like, and then next picture, the after picture is with a six-pack or something from working out and stuff.
Yeah. And like on social media, like you can see this like this before and after. Like before, you'll see somebody looking like really like quote unquote ugly or
See,
like
I can do this.
unappealing.
I'm waiting for my foot to heal. Once my foot heals, then I want to get back in shape.
Yeah, let's see if we can find any on TikTok. Okay. So this is an example of a glow up challenge. So you've got like that before and then after. So that's before. There's the glow up. Which is beautiful, by the way. Here's another glow up, I think. Another example of a glow up. Oh, here's a dude. We'll see what his glow up looks like.
Hair transformation.
What's with the bro music? The beta male music. Ew. Sorry, that wink didn't do it for me. Oops. I didn't mean to react like that. I'm sorry.
I'm not cutting this out.
Sorry. Here's another one. It says just wait till I glow up. Okay, she glowed up. She glowed up a lot. Okay. Yeah, interesting. I don't know how I feel about that. Anyways, that's another example. What else is there? So that's what the glow up challenge is. Let's see. I know like popular artists like Ice Spice, like I think she did like one of those, and that's kind of how she got discovered too, I think. I'm not sure if it was on like Instagram or TikTok, but she posted one where like in the beginning she didn't look that good, and then like all of a sudden she looks like a babe, like 10 out of 10. So I think that was a good example as well of a glow up challenge. So that was the glow up. What do you think? What do we think? It's more of a girl thing, eh?
Well, I can do it.
Yeah, you
look
could.
Look at my belly and then look at my six pack.
Yeah, true. Okay, all right. So that was the glow up challenge. Next, there is the food hacks challenge. So for this one, participants share creative and unusual recipes or cooking techniques, and highlighting inventive ways to prepare or present food. So I'm gonna look up some food hacks for you guys. Food hacks.
Is it just called food hacks?
Yeah, food hacks challenge. Let's see how people are hacking food. Okay, so here's a very satisfying food hack apparently. Where did it go? Okay. Ew. Tryptophobia. Okay, so here is one apparently, a pineapple hack.
I hate pineapple.
So you want to roll it out until it's a twist, voila. What? Oh, that happened too fast. Okay, so he's gonna break it down for us. He's smashing it, he's rolling it. Get out of here! So he smashed it and he rolled it on the table, and then you're able to just pull out the little slots.
I hate pineapple, so I don't really care about that.
Yeah, I don't really care for it either. Let's see another one. Apparently someone said that I should try air frying a Twix and Kit Kat. So get a Kit Kat, stick inside the Twinkie, air fry it. Powdered sugar, okay.
I feel fat already.
Yeah,
By watching
I feel like I just got like a heart attack, blood clots just watching it. Okay, here's an interesting fact. I've never eaten a Twinkie.
You never had a Twinkie? Yeah.
Nope.
You're not missing anything. It's basically like a Jell-O-y kind of like. It's just got, it's like the Jell-O-y outside without the, Jell-O-y's got like the chocolate.
Yeah.
Think of that without the chocolate on the outside.
Yeah.
So it's just like the inside part, and then you got like your vanilla like frosting or whatever it's in there.
I've had like a Joe Louis version called a mooncake. Is that kind of?
I think mooncake is one that doesn't have the chocolate on the outside, right?
It's like vanilla and it's got like that cream.
Yeah, I think it's just another version of the mooncake.
Okay. So this next food hack is someone tried taking Taki mozzarella stick. Hack everybody's been doing apparently.
A stick hack everybody's been doing.
So taking a stick of cheese.
So he's breading it.
Breading it. Yep.
Was that
air frying it?
Was that what you call it? Bacon bits?
It looked like crackers, like Takis.
I tried the Taki mozzarella stick hack everybody's
dipping
been
in
doing.
flour, egg, and then Taki crumbs, like the chips.
Oh, it's a chip?
Yeah, and then air frying it. I don't know how that doesn't melt.
For 4 minutes. That cheese bowl is certified plus. I tried the Taki mozzarella.
So that's another food
stick
hack.
Everybody's
That's
been
pretty interesting. Let's take a look at another one. Here's another one, apparently. Watermelon. Oh, this one's one of those ASMR ones.
It's like kind of open someone's head. You want to take the brain out?
Yeah. I think that was like a doctor, like someone in biology. That's really satisfying, I'm not gonna lie. I like the sound too. Yeah, I'm liking this one. Isn't that interesting?
It just reminds me of like cutting someone's head open.
Yeah.
Taking her skull off.
That was the food hack challenge. Now the next one is called DIY art challenge.
See, I actually would love to do this one.
Yes. Do you want to read this one?
So this is a do-it-yourself art challenge, encouraging users to create and share their own art projects, often using household items or inexpensive materials.
Yeah. So let's see. Let's find some DIY art challenge. I don't know. I haven't really heard of this challenge before. Have you? No way. Okay.
I haven't heard like most of these.
Okay. Let's see. This one's called...
You have one of those.
Someone's making a miniature. Oh my gosh. They made a miniature eraser from an eraser. So... So here's another one. Ooh, someone's bedazzling the Louis. Okay, that's pretty beautiful. I like that one. I would love to own a pair of stilettos someday.
Silhouettes?
Yes. Silhouettes, stilettos. Let's see. That was beautiful. Mini comic. That's not really like an art challenge. Okay, so this one was pretty disappointing. I wasn't able to find anything that really classifies as like a DIY art challenge.
Yeah, if you guys know of any good ones, put it in the comments in the description down below.
We'll check them out.
Put it in the comments down below.
Yeah, and we'll check them out. But for this challenge, I don't know. This one was a little bit boring for me. It didn't do it for me. The next one is called Pet Trick Challenge. So this one is featuring pets performing amusing or impressive tricks, and this challenge celebrates the bond between owners and their furry friends. I feel like we've seen a lot of these kinds of videos just like on America's Got Talent and like these different talent shows, and even like America's Funniest Home Videos and things like that. So maybe we'll find some cool pet trick challenges. Let's see. Pet trick But, like, I don't see anything that's, like, a challenge yet. I don't know. I have yet to be surprised or challenged, if you will. So this challenge, it says, how many tricks can your dogs do in 20 seconds?
Good boy, stand. Sit.
Aww.
Other paw. Good boy, other paw. Touch. Good boy, can you do bang?
Oh,
Good
the
boy.
little bang was so cute.
Roll over.
Down, roll
Good boy,
over.
come.
Oh,
Do burrito. Burrito.
oh, burrito.
Burrito.
Oh. You know, I can't even get Baxter to do like more than 2 commands. He knows maybe 3 at best.
He just wants the treats.
4
And we don't
if
want to
you
give him
count
too
Grandma.
much. Baxter's got pancreatitis, so we can't give him too many treats.
Yeah, poor kid. I can't overfeed him, otherwise.
Did I say it right? Pancreatitis?
Pancreatitis, yeah.
Pancreatitis?
Yep. Yep. Oh, I'm lucky if I can get him to do 3.
Do a Rottweiler. Rottweilers are pretty funny.
He doesn't know where he is half the time. He's just lucky to be alive.
I don't think this one's a challenge, though.
I don't know if it's a challenge. Let's see. Baxter would totally try to take that out of my mouth if that was me. That is really cute. I've always wanted a Rottweiler. Aww. That's cute. Okay. Let's see. I don't see any other really pet challenges. I guess it's like how many tricks can your pets do. That's pretty interesting. I don't see like a trending like challenge per se, so I don't know how I feel about that one. Aww. The little pom-pom. Okay, that's really cute. Yeah, so that's like another one of those how many tricks can your pet do. Look at that little guy. Back when Baxter was a puppy, I was either going to pick him or a little Pomeranian, and I ended up picking Baxie. But yeah, I want a little pom-pom too. Toilet paper challenge with my golden retriever. Oh, this is where like you make a wall and then like see if your animal can jump over. Didn't even try. Super confused. He tripped on it. Oh, it just came crashing through. That's really cute. Yeah. That's adorable. I wonder if Baxter would be smart enough. Maybe we should try that on him someday. Just make like a barrier and see if he'll...
I don't think he'll pass it.
I don't think so either. He'll probably like whine.
He gets scared of his own shadow.
Yeah, he's a little chicken. Okay, so that was it for the pet trick challenge. I'm not really wowed yet.
Let's pick a good one.
Okay, so there's the ice bucket challenge, which is really popular in 2013.
Yeah, these are the popular ones now.
Mm-hmm.
Like I had a description thing up there.
Yeah.
So these are the earlier influential challenges. These challenges paved the way for current viral trends, demonstrating how social media drives widespread participation and engagement. Like I remember with the ice bucket challenge, like even like actors and that were doing this challenge and stuff. Mm-hmm. Like like actors and
like social media
and
influencers.
Influencers and that.
Yeah. A lot of people were doing it just to spread awareness about ALS.
Yeah,
That's
right.
Yeah, so it's an autoimmune disease called amyotrophic lateral sclerosis. So this was to encourage like donations for research at that time. Yeah, so let's see. Ice bucket challenge. I think people still do it.
There was some ice bucket challenge I watched, and then they dropped a bucket like of water like on the person's head on accident. Like they'll be up like on a deck, and then the guy would be over down on the grass, and then they dropped the whole thing on him.
Yeah. Like even a famous artist like Rihanna, she apparently did it back in the day. Taylor Swift did it back in the day. Like I'm not gonna play the full videos for you guys, but like you could see me hovering here. Let's see here. Darren Fletcher. I feel like I know that name.
He might be a soccer player.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that. He looks like a soccer player.
Yeah. But I know like people like Shaq have done it too, and
I need a ladder to do that.
yeah, I know these two are like YouTubers or like social media people, and they do it too. Some people like pour the whole thing on them. Other people just dunk their face into like a bowl of ice and water. I know LeBron James did it way back in the day. So yeah, that is it for the ice bucket challenge. I think people are still doing it today, although it might not be as popular or as trending as it was back in the day.
Yeah, I think now it's like an ice bath.
Mm-hmm.
Like you just jump into a bath full of ice. Like I've been seeing those popping up.
Yeah. Now, another challenge that was popular that you might be aware of is called the Mannequin Challenge. So this was popular around 2016, where participants posed motionless in a frozen scene while a camera moved around them, often set to the song Black Beatles. So we're going to find some examples of that right now. So this is a good example of one by mental.lst. Not the same song. It's not the Black Beatles, but...
Yeah, it is.
Is this Black Beatles? There you go. Never mind. I didn't recognize it.
If you guys don't know what the Black Beatles sound like, you guys can...
Yeah, we don't want to get
look it
claimed.
up.
Yeah. In the interest of getting a copyright strike, we are not going to share the audio for that one. Here's another one, though.
I was happy at the end of my first podcast, like the first podcast we did Not Today. I didn't get claimed for that one.
Yeah. He cheated. He was moving. Why is he moving?
Oh, they're singing to the lyrics.
That is not a challenge, sir. I thought you were supposed to stay completely frozen. Here's another one done in 2023 on the way to Ibiza. That looks like Lindsay Lohan. The girl pulling the hair. That was awesome. Yeah. Do you think that was like just a class of people? It looked like they all knew each other in some way.
It could be like a school trip or something.
So next is the bottle flip challenge.
Yeah, I've seen this a lot.
I've seen little kids do this
They
one a
still do
lot.
this one.
Yeah. So this trend gained a lot of popularity in 2016, and it involved participants attempting to flip a partially filled plastic bottle so that it would land upright. So the challenge quickly became a global phenomenon, with countless videos showing different flipping techniques and creative variations. So its simplicity and satisfaction of successfully landing the bottle contributed to its widespread appeal and demonstrated how a straightforward concept could captivate a large audience. So we'll find an example of that. And people like up the ante too, like they'll put it on like a moving platform or something and they'll try to flip it upright, or like they'll do this where like if you flip it upright successfully, you get to eat a piece of food. Or
That's
like,
what they're doing right now.
Yeah. There's another one where like you keep eating as long as you can until the other person flips, and then you switch places. Yeah. And then now the kid has to try flipping the bottle too. So just things like that. Again, you can always up the ante by like, you know, setting it on a moving platform and or like that, see, on his knees, or using like a different objects to like get it to flip upright. But yeah, that's the game basically, or the challenge. Now here are some controversial and dangerous
Here's my favorite
trends.
ones I've been waiting for.
Yeah. So here are some controversial and dangerous trends that have emerged over the years. They underscore the need for a greater awareness.
See, I've heard of the Tide Pod challenge, but I've never seen one.
Yeah.
So I'm not even sure if there's actually any videos that you can
I
watch.
don't know if we should even share that to encourage. Like, we'll talk about it, but we're not going to share a video about it because we don't want to promote that at all. But the first one is called the Tide Pod Challenge. I'll put like a picture of a Tide Pod up here. But basically, participants bit into it and ate the Tide laundry detergent pods, which led to severe health risks, including poisoning and gastrointestinal distress, like literally burning a hole in their stomach.
Yeah, because it's chemicals.
Like, yeah. So that one, please, kids, do not try.
You might as well just go into your like laundry room and just drink the freaking detergent. It's the same thing.
Don't. Yeah.
Read the label.
What we're saying is don't do it. Yeah. So the next one is called the choking game, or also known as the pass out game. Again, we're not sharing videos about this one because we don't want to promote it, but we'll tell you about it. So this dangerous trend involved users intentionally restricting airflow to experience a brief high, if you will, which could result in unconsciousness, brain damage, or death. I think we all can understand why this one was not a good idea.
You can't breathe, and then your brain doesn't get any oxygen, and your heart stops, and you die.
Now here's another challenge that was very popular. You might be familiar with it. It's called the Kylie Jenner Lip Challenge. Now participants used to use like a suction device and plump up your lips, but it would cause like painful bruising and injury due to the excessive suction, because when you're sucking like on that device, what it does is it expands like your blood vessels around your lips, and it can pop them, which can lead to permanent damage. So that is why the lip challenge, we're not going to share it, but we'll tell you about it, is a thing that was popular back in the day. Because Kylie Jenner, she went from being a girl with no lips to being a girl with plump lips, and that was like, surgery. Well, she said that it was because she was using her lip plumper at the time, like to promote it, but
it wouldn't last long though.
You know, sometimes when you have money, things just happen in this world.
Well, you get surgery, you got it for life.
Yeah.
And then you're saying, oh, it's because of my product. And you do it, you last for like a minute or something.
Yeah. So next up, there is the Salt and Ice Challenge. So this challenge involved applying salt and ice to the skin, which would cause burns and severe pain due to the chemical reaction and extreme cold. So that is another challenge that we do not recommend you try, but it was popular at one point. Here's another one. Another one is the fire challenge. So this is where participants would set themselves on fire or burn parts of their bodies, leading to serious burns, injuries, and even fatalities. I remember watching videos where like people would pour like acetone on themselves, or like butane, and try to like, you know how like magicians do like those fire tricks and stuff, like with their hands, like trying to do that, but it would end up in like serious burns. So.
See, the ones I used to do, like this was before like YouTube and everything, like we used to take like the butane lighters, and then you would put it like in your hand, and it would fill up with like the gas, and you would light it, and you just see like this fireball like come out of your hand. Like that was really cool. Or you would put it in your mouth. You put the the pick in your mouth, and you let the gas like fill up in your mouth, and then you light it, and you blow all the fire out.
We don't condone this. Don't try that out.
Yeah, don't try it.
Please, for the love of goodness.
This kind of stuff we used to do before, like, TV and that, like, was a big thing, like, social media.
Yeah. Another challenge is the Cinnamon Challenge, which it was a very popular one. It's where...
We could probably show this one.
We could, yeah. So participants would attempt to swallow a spoonful of ground cinnamon without drinking any water, often resulting in choking, respiratory issues, and throat irritation. So,
like right away, it'll irritate you, and it'll make you cough. Like I don't think I've seen one before somebody coughing.
No, same. And that's kind of like the point. Oh, this is Glozell Green. Okay.
You just take it, and I guess you count to 10, or... You take it and...
You have a spoon if you...
Holy moly. Okay. So, like, usually people use a tablespoon. Right. My girl's using a ladle.
All right?
Holy. All right. Oh, my. She got that whole ladle in her mouth.
See? You cough.
Oh. Okay. Okay. It is an irritant. Please do not try that at home. That was a cinnamon challenge.
See what I mean? There's no way you could do it without coughing.
I want to ask Google, can the cinnamon challenge hurt you? So the cinnamon challenge is difficult and carries substantial health risks because the cinnamon coats and dries the mouth and throat, resulting in coughing, gagging, vomiting, and inhalation of cinnamon, which can in turn lead to throat irritation, breathing difficulties, and risk of pneumonia or collapsed lung. Ooh. Yeah. Don't try that at home, please. I'm not going to read this one because it seems a little explicit. And I want to stay monetized on YouTube, so...
I put them all down.
Another one is... We're not going to talk about this one because this one is a serious problem.
Yeah, because it's got alcohol in it.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about that one. The hot water challenge. I haven't heard of that one before, but already it sounds stupid. So
these people are using hot water challenge. We used to like put cigarette butts out on us, like in high school and that.
Ow! Why?
I got a couple of scars from cigarette butts.
Ow! So the hot water challenge involves pouring boiling water on oneself or others, leading to severe burns and injuries. WTF? What? Like, that is so dangerous. I'm not going to share a video of that one. I don't condone it, and I think it is the stupidest challenge I've ever heard.
Mobile car surfing. The next one.
Oh, it's also called like ghost whip or ghost riding, right? So this last challenge that we'll go over that's dangerous, you shouldn't try it at all, is called car surfing, where participants stood on the outside of moving vehicles or held onto them while riding, risking serious injury or death from falls or collisions. So very dangerous. I think people used to call it ghost riding the whip, but let's see.
See, to me, ghost riding is like when you're riding a bike and then you just let go of it and then the bike just goes on its own. Like, that was ghost riding to me.
Yeah.
But now people have taken terms. Like, you can't take our 90s terms. Those are our terms. We came up with them first.
Yeah, it was kind of, yeah. I don't know what to say.
Ghost riding the whip. So, that's his car and he's out of it. We probably shouldn't. They can't hear it.
True. Okay, seems to be a music video. Okay. So, there he is, see? That's called ghost riding right there. It's so dangerous. Because you're not in your vehicle.
Car.
Yeah. See? I don't know. I'm not very impressed by this one. It's really dangerous. But yeah, there's like various challenges of this where like people like hop out of their car or like they're trying to do like a dance move or like a dance challenge while ghost riding like this, or car surfing, if you will. So that's another one. So thank you so much for watching our second episode of Entertain Us. We hope that the topics that we discussed today, the headlines, the different challenges that we went over, entertained you guys. It certainly gave us something to learn as well. And yeah, we're very grateful to have you with us. Feel free to check out our sponsors, Ontario Soaps and GetnGiveCrafts, and feel free to leave us any comments or give us a like or subscribe to our channel. We really appreciate you, and feel free to join the conversation. Like, if you have any thoughts about any of the things we've been over today, or you have any suggestions, or just have anything to say in general, feel free to comment down below, and be happy to continue the conversation with you guys.
In our next episode, we'll have more videos now to watch.
Yes.
We didn't have any time. Like, I just to get like the video, like our last video on Sunday, like it took me all the way up to Sunday to get that video out.
Like, especially with the technical difficulties. Yeah. It was the video editor, honestly, that was causing the problem. Like, hopefully this week's is a lot easier. Definitely for next week, we're going to come back with like a more focused topic. Maybe we'll pick like one thing to talk about, and that'll be like our main topic. But we'll see. We're still playing with this, like getting a feel for the layout of what we want to do. But we really appreciate having you with us. And again, love to hear your thoughts about it. And we'll see you in the next episode.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Entertain you.